ನನ್ನ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ.
Okay, please madam, please. Thank you and sorry for the trouble in the
No,
beginning.
it's okay ma'am.
Yeah.
I'll start.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇನ್ನ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
Okay, done.
Hello, Padmani.
Ma'am, you can start, ma'am.
Okay.
ಐವತ್ತು ಜನ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಜನ we can keep adding them.
Okay, fine.
Dear students, I'll be recording now, so I don't want any kind of distraction in between. So you choose a place where you should not get distracted by any other background disturbance. So I hope you extend that smooth support to us. We'll start today's session. I request all the faculty also to mute your mobile, and I don't want any kind of other disturbance in between. I'm expecting this from the students and also other participants and my faculty. Namaste everyone. Before I begin, ಈ ದಿನದ ವಿಶೇಷತೆಯನ್ನು ನಾನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇಂದು ಛತ್ರಪತಿ ಶಿವಾಜಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜರ ಪಟ್ಟಾಭಿಷೇಕದ ದಿವಸ, ಹಿಂದೂ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆಯಾದ ದಿವಸ. Happy morning and warm cordial welcome to one and all to this webinar on employment skills organized by Department of Biotechnology in association with Youth for Seva. I'm Dr. Pratibha KS, Head Department of Biotechnology, NSS Program Officer, KLE SNC. It gives me great immense pleasure to welcome you all to this webinar on employability skills. Any occasion needs the divine blessings of the Lord Almighty. Let us invoke the divine grace of God. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Meaning of this shloka: from ignorance lead me to the truth, from darkness lead me to light, from death lead me to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Today, I'm deeply honored to see you all here. This webinar has been organized in order to share insights of employability skills. Dear students, we have amongst us an eminent enriched speaker to share his views on employability skills. Now, I take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Aswatha Ramaiah, Management Consultancy from Bengaluru, accepting our invitation. Thank you, sir, for gracing this moment.
Thank you.
We always keep coming to you with wonderful opportunity. I am really glad to introduce today's invited guest speaker. We have amongst us enthusiastic motivational speaker, management consultancy guru, Mr. A. Aswatha Ramaiah, to share his valuable enriched knowledge on employability skills. I'm glad to introduce his profile. He is a qualified BE mechanical engineer. Further, he has 20 years as an executive at MS Vidya India Limited, Bengaluru, now called Kenmetal. In the year 1995, there was a setup of management consultancy, MS Unique Consultants, Bengaluru. Many students from different colleges have attended his training programs with lot of enthusiasm. To mention colleges like People Education Society Institute of Technology, Siddhaganga Institute of Technology, CMR Institute of Management Studies, JSS College of Pharmacy, RB College of Engineering, BMS College of Engineering, Bengaluru Institute of Technology, Bengaluru University Department of Civil Engineering, Presidency College, Garden City College, Acharya B.M. Reddy Pharmacy, Alumni College Education, Sridevi Institute of Engineering and Technology, School of Social Work, Roshni Nilaya, Dr. Mahalinga College of Engineering Technology, A.S. Patil College of Commerce, Maharani Science College for Women, Canara Bank Institute of Information Technology, RNS Pre-University College, T. John Institute of Technology, Sri Devaraj Aras Academy of Higher Education and Research, Sri Adi Chunchanagiri College of Pharmacy, MGM College, G. Shankar Government College, Purna Pragna College, Government First Grade College Udupi, Balvin Women's Methodist College, Acharya Bengaluru School, Acharya Bengaluru B School, Vijaya Bifurcated PU College, JSS College of Pharmacy, Bahadur Institute of Management Studies, National Institute of Technology Karnataka. Suratkal sir has a very great interaction with so many other colleges. Still more, Sir M. Vishweshwaraya ITT College, Dr. Ambedkar Institute of Technology, Srimati VHD College of Home Science, SJB Institute of Technology, St. John's High School, JSS College of Women, Vishweshwaraya Technological University, Tumkur University, Goodwill Christian College for Women, Indian Institute of Psychology and Research, Maharani Lakshmi Ammani College, Vivipuram Evening Arts Commerce College, BMS College for Women, Government First Grade College Women, MEI Polytechnic, KLE Society SS, Sidlingappa College, MES Degree College, Sheshadrapuram Degree College, Sri Balaji Degree College, Sri Krishna Degree College, BSU Degree College, APS College, Basveshwara Arts and Science Commerce Degree College, Rajayanagar First Grade College, Vidya Vardhaka College, Sardar Patel First Grade College, SLN College of Arts and Commerce, BSBS, the B School and Oceanic Degree College, National Institute of Journalism, Karnataka College of Management, Aditya Institute Management and Research, Animaster College, and many more. He has a big family with almost all the colleges across India. To add to his credit, Sir has conducted corporate training programs for more than 4 lakh employees in over 400 companies in India and abroad. He has conducted training programs at Dubai, Hong Kong, Qatar, Muscat, and Kuwait, Singapore, Malaysia, Maldives, etc. Sir has also extended training programs to industrialists regularly. He conducted training programs and HR interventions at industrial sectors like engineering, pharmaceuticals, information technology, infrastructure, builder, government, hotel, finance, banking, insurance, hospitals, retail, educational institutions, food processing, cement, agriculture, government sector, BPO, aviation, call centers, and telecom. He has appeared in a few TV and radio programs. Further, many of his articles have been published in various newspapers and magazines, etc. Sir has conducted outbound programs, spoken English courses, employee perception surveys, program management system, and assessment centers. He has authored a book entitled Formula for Success, customized for students, and book entitled Art of Parenting for Parents. Also, he has authored books titled A Celebration Called Life and Roadmap for Success. I'll repeat. Also, he has authored books titled A Celebration Called Life and Roadmap for Success. Sir has also brought out several motivational audio CDs. Further, to add his profile, Sir has produced a number of dance, drama, and company songs for several companies. All these achievements possible because he is also a practitioner of yoga and meditation. From last 50 years, he has taught yoga and meditation to thousands of people across India. Finally, to add to his credit, he has engaged himself in a number of charitable activities like conducting training programs for orphanages, old age homes, NGOs, government officers, etc., by keeping in his mind a corporate social responsibility, that is CSR. Dear participants, we have amongst us great, young, energetic, enthusiastic, dynamic management consultancy guru with rich 50 years of experience, Mr. A. Ashwatha Ramaya, management consultancy, unique consultants from Bengaluru. The sole aim of today's webinar on employability skills to enable you to apply your technical skills to a variety of jobs. With this note, I present before you Mr. V. Ashwatha Ramaya sir to address on today's webinar, employability skills. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pratibha ma'am, for introducing me to the audience. So today's topic is employability skills. Let us understand this topic, especially with respect to this word skills. What does this word skill means? This has to be seen from the perspective of three words: knowledge, skills, and attitude. In fact, we call it as ASK, A-S-K. A is attitude, S is skill, K is knowledge. Now, knowledge is, of course, something which we will become aware of. Suppose you don't know how to use computer and somebody teaches you or you learn, you become knowledgeable. Attitude is the one which motivates you to use that knowledge. That means you're interested to use computers. But however motivated you are in using to use computers, for example, and however knowledgeable you are, suppose you don't have the skill, you will not be able to use it. It is something like this. Suppose you read about 100 books on swimming. You get knowledge out of it. And if a questionnaire has been given and an exam is conducted, you may get even 100 out of 100 theoretically. And let us say you are also interested to swim. That means you are having the attitude to swim also. But imagine without practice and without anybody's help, just because you know the knowledge of swimming and just because you are interested to swim, you fall from 20 feet into water. What happens? This is what happens if we have a lot of knowledge, very high level of attitude, but lack of skills. That is why today's program focuses on the skill part of it. In other words, to put it in a different way, knowledge tells you what to do. Attitude shows why you should do, because you are interested to do, or you are motivated to do, you are inspired to do. But skill teaches how to do. Today in our country, one of the biggest lacuna we have, biggest vacuum we have is on the skill. That's why you find so many initiatives being taken by the government, by the colleges on skill enhancement. We have people who are highly knowledgeable, no doubt. We also have people who are highly motivated, highly inspired. They want to achieve a lot of things, but they may not be having the enough skills. That is why today's program is extremely useful for people who want to, whether you want to work in a career in an organization or you want to start your own organization, being a startup or being an entrepreneur. Skill is a very, very important. Very nicely it is told that people in companies are hired because they have the domain knowledge, but very shortly they'll be fired because they don't have the skills. So that is the reason why we have chosen the employability skills as the topic, as the central theme for today. Knowledge, of course, can be developed by reading books, by Googling, by attending the lectures, seminars, conferences, symposiums. Whatever you don't know, the moment you know, you become knowledgeable. Now, attitude can also be developed by listening to some great personalities, developing a very positive lifestyle and being motivated. But skill needs to be developed only by practice. And that is why it is very crucial that without skill, any amount of knowledge and a very high level of attitude will not be of much use. In fact, there is a statement which normally you might have heard: knowledge is power. You have heard this. It is partially true, not fully true. You know, knowledge is potential power. Knowledge by itself is not powerful. Only when that knowledge is put into practice, then it becomes powerful. It is something like there may be a bird or even a human being who has a very good voice which God has gifted to him. Now, what is the use unless he sings and people listen to his song, for example? Maybe you are having tremendous amount of knowledge, puffed with knowledge in your brain, but unless you manifest it outside through your talk, what is the use of that knowledge? You might have heard about this potential energy and kinetic energy. If potential energy is like knowledge, kinetic energy is the skill. Potential energy is the latent, potent knowledge what you have. But when it is converted into or manifested into something useful, it becomes skill. And that is why it's very important for us to develop these skills. Now coming to, so we understood what skill is and how important skill is. Now let us come to the employability skills. What are those skills which an organization or an employer looks forward to when you seek a job? I have predominantly laid out roughly about 7 skills which they look forward. The first skill which the corporate looks forward to is the communication skills. It starts from the moment you write your CV, it's a written communication. And you go for an interview, it's a verbal communication. They will ask you to make a presentation on a topic. So it's a presentation of communication. Or it may be a group discussion where you need to communicate. So the most important skill which an organization looks forward to is your ability to communicate, the ability to present yourself, the ability of your thoughts taken out and putting into the listener's mind. That's what is communication. Communication is the vehicle by which the thoughts from you are taken and transported and put into the destination of the other person. Like what I am trying to do. I have little knowledge maybe on this. So I am taking out my thoughts through this communication, that words, voice, body language, whatever. I am trying to get inroads into your mind and trying to plant my words. This is a very important aspect to be developed for employability. However knowledgeable you are, if you don't know how to communicate, either in a verbal communication, during interview or presentation, or written communication CV, getting jobs will become very difficult. Now, apart from telling the importance of these skills, I will also give you some ideas side by side how to develop these skills. That is what is very crucial. We may know it is very important, but we need to develop. Very simple. Just stand in front of you, yes, full mirror in your house, and every day speak for about 5 minutes on any topic of your choice. You may talk on Bangalore, you may talk on the Prime Minister, you may talk on the film or the famous actor which you like, whatever. The subject is not important. So you will see for yourself what is your vocabulary, for example. Do the words come properly? Or do you search for words? And how is your body language? Is it in sync with the mood of the or the context of the communication? How is your pacing of the words? How are you structuring? Do you have an introduction? Do you have a text? Do you have a summary? How do you space it, for example? Do you know where to emphasize a particular word? For example, suppose you want to say communication skills is very important. Some words you need to stress. You should say communication skills is very important. See, I stress that word. Suppose the same thing is told is as communication skills is very important. It is lackluster. It doesn't have life. So just stand in front of a mirror and start practicing. What else you can do? Anyway, there are a lot of your friends or family members. Ask them to sit in front of you. Talk on a particular topic. And any of you are interested, take a format from you. I got a format. Let them rate you on certain parameters on a 0 to 10 scale. Like how was your vocabulary, your structure, your sequencing of the thoughts, your choice of words, your body language, your gestures, your kinesics, your proxemics, your artifact. So just let them rate. Suppose your vocabulary words are very good, let them give 9 marks. But on the other hand, your body language is not good, let them give only 2 marks. So you will know where you stand. Anyway, we chit chat with people, we'll gossip with our friends. Why don't we do something which is very productive and which is very constructive? Number 3, watch people who communicate. You might have seen some people are very powerful communication. He may be a TV anchor, he may be a film actor, He may be a speaker, he may be a social reformer. Just watch and find out why are you getting attracted to him? Why is he influencing you? What are those parameters and criteria by which you feel like listening to that person? Make a note of it. Develop those qualities. There are a lot of books today available of how to develop your communication skills, presentation skills, articulation skills. So this is the first skill which you need to develop. Even in written communication, how to write an email. What are the email etiquette, for example? How to make a report. Suppose somebody wants your experiences to be written down. How do you write it, for example? So this is the first skill which organizations look forward to for giving you employment. The second skill is learnability. Please remember, it is not how much you already learned. It is your willingness to learn. After all, an employer knows that being in the college, you don't have great experience in the corporate. They understand. You have to get into that, get inducted into the corporate, learn a lot of things. They are not really bothered about how much you know. They are more bothered about how much eager you want to learn. Are you interested to learn? That's why many times in the interviews also, they never ask you which are the books you are reading. They will tell you in the spare time, what do you do? Suppose you say, sir, in the spare time, I read some management books, I read some personality development books, they get impressed. Because learning is a continuous process. So the second thing which they look forward to is your learnability, your ability, your willingness to learn on a continuous basis. From whom? From everyone. Kavi Kanadanu Ravi Kanda, Ravi Kanadanu Kavi Kanda, for example. Which means even what sun cannot see, a other person, a poet can see. So all that I'm trying to tell you is learn from everyone possible. Learn from your teachers, see how they talk. Learn from your parents, from your principals, from a man on the street, from an animal, for example. See the ant, how they are disciplined. See the dog, how it is faithful. See the elephant, how majestic it is. See a deer, how fast it runs. You can learn from plants. You can learn from sun, moon, wind, water, from your brother, sister. If you have that learnability, everything in this world can become your teacher. Only if you keep your eyes open and ears open. So that is what the companies look for. Is this person willing to learn? Or is he lazy? He doesn't want to learn. He thinks he knows or doesn't have the zeal. So this is the learnability which you need to develop. So what should you do to learn? See, read books. See, books reading a very, very important quality which people don't do. There is a very good statement which says, a person who doesn't read a book is in no way better than a person who cannot read a book. He is a blind person. In my training programs, as Madam told, about 4 or 5 lakhs people I have trained. I just ask, do you read books? So they say, time is madam. Manage ಹೋಗೋಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ time ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Book ಎಲ್ಲ ಓದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Next question, how much mobile phone you use? ಅದು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು 1.5 or 2 hours. How much of it is really required? I don't say don't use mobile. See, anything which is used is fine. But when you misuse it and when you abuse it, misuse it ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅಬ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. Misuse is the quality problem, abuse is the quantity problem. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. ವಾರನ್ ಬಫೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರು? ಈ such a powerful person, almost number 2 or number 1 in the whole world, richest person. Some 60-70 billions of dollars. Now, do you agree, including me, he must be definitely more powerful, more knowledgeable, more intelligent, more successful also? You know that? 63 companies he runs. And you know what does he do? He reads 600 pages per day. It is not 600 pages per month. Per day he reads 600 pages. Why should Warren Buffett read? You and me have to read. We have to develop a lot of skills. You know Bill Gates? He reads 1 book per week. Why should Bill Gates read? Because they understand if I don't read the books, I'll become obsolete, I'll become redundant, I'll become uncontemporary, I'll be left behind. ಸೊ ಈ ಲರ್ನಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಓದೋದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಎಜುಕೇಟಿವ್ ಟಿವಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಲಿಸನ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ದೇ look forward in the corporate or in any organization. The third thing is they look forward to for your interpersonal skills and teamwork. Right? Please remember, I am telling you the skills which are called soft skills. Definitely they look forward for technical skills. Even your production department work in a TVS, you should be knowing a lot of production activities. Like 5S irbodu, productivity irbodu, Kanban irbodu, POCAC irbodu, Kaizen irbodu. Suppose you are going for a financial bank or some sector, you are supposed to know the financial matters. Like what is return on investment, what is top line, what is bottom line, what is the balance sheet, what is credit, what is debit, what is liability. I am not touching that aspect because that is the domain specific skills which they definitely look for. In fact, that is the passport. You see, it's like this. Domain specific technical skills are passport. The soft skills, what I am telling is the visa. Passport iddu ನೀವು ಸಿಂಗಾಪುರ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಿಂಗಾಪುರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೀಸಾ ಬೇಕು. So these are the skills which I am trying to tell you. Today, nothing can be done alone. Especially companyಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, you have to work with people. It's all people. People and people. So they will find out how comfortable you are with people. ಜನಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬೆರೀತೀರಾ, ಕೂಗಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಏನಾದರೂ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಹಂಕಾರ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತುಂಬಾ ರಿಜಿಡ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಆರ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅದರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, do you empathize with them, do you have the ability to help others? So how do you gel with people, how do you have a good relationship with people, and how do you work in teams along with others? This is the third most important thing which organizations look, because you need to work with people in an organization. You cannot work alone. You cannot work in silos. It is always together. So this is one of the very important quality they look for. So first is communication skills, second is the learnability, and the third is your comfort with people, with respect to relations, with respect to the teamwork, working together. That is what is working together tumba mukhya. You know, for example, my fingers are like this. You might have seen some birds or some animals where their feet or their hands do not have empty gaps. It's all covered like this. But God has given to us like this. Why gaps are given? The gaps are given so that you have a strength, you have a weakness. See, empty space is the weakness, your finger is the strength. But your weakness can be made up by other person's strength. You see, no what? Wherever your empty space is there, other person's finger came. And wherever his empty space is there, your finger has come and sit. In other words, others' weaknesses we should fill up with our strengths. Our weaknesses others will fill it up. That can happen only if you have a very good relationship. If you argue, if you pick up fights, if you are egoistic, you cannot survive in an organization. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, ನಾನೇ ಸರಿ, ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಡುಗಳು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ನಾನೇ ಸರಿ ಎನ್ನುವುದು ಬೇಡ, ಕಲಿಯುವುದು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟಿದೆ ನೋಡ, ನಾನೇ ಸರಿ ಎನ್ನುವವನು ಮೂಢ, ಅಂತಹವನ ಸಹವಾಸ ಬೇಡ. Like this I have written about 200 points. So this is the third most important thing they look for. How comfortable you are with people, because handling machines, handling documents is easy. Why? They are predictable. They are static. But handling people is very difficult. Why? Because people are very dynamic and they are very unpredictable. In the morning, your colleague will be in a very good mood. Afternoon, he is in a very bad mood. But that doesn't happen with this mobile phone. The mobile phone, whether angrily or whether nicely I touch it, answers. Because it is very predictable. So mobile phone handle ಮಾಡೋದು easy. ಆದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂಥರ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಒಂಥರ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಹಾಗೇನೆ. So that they think, how good are you with people? That is the third most important quality. The fourth important thing is the positive attitude. What is the positive attitude? Attitude is simply the way you look at things. For example, if you take a glass of water and it is half full, you show it to one person. He says, what is the use of water, sir? There is so much of empty space. Like that, no human being is perfect. So much of emptiness in people, so much of lacuna, weaknesses, because he is accustomed to see only empty space. This is a negative attitude. You show the same glass with half-filled water, same glass, same water, to another person, he says, sir, everywhere problems are there, emptiness is there, people have got issues, but there is some water at least. We can drink that water and quench our thirst or give it to somebody else. No, he is a person, even in the worst situation, he is able to see something good. This is called positive attitude. There are two more attitudes. What is that attitude? You show the same glass of water with water to the third person. He will say, sir, I am not happy that water is there. I am not sad that empty space there. I will think what I can do. So he has some water from somewhere and fill up that. That is called action-oriented attitude. Those are the type of people which corporate wants. They will not ask you how good you are, how bad you are. What action you are taking to ensure that wrong things are getting converted to good things. This is more negative. The fourth attitude is the worst attitude. It is called fatalistic attitude. You show them the flower, you will tell there is a thorn is ಹೇಗಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿಬಿಡಿ. ಏನಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, ಈಗ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು, ಇಕಾನಮಿ ಹಾಳಾಗೋಯ್ತು, ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳು ಮಕ್ಳ ಕಷ್ಟ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ, ಮಕ್ಕಳು ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಗೌರವ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಹುಡುಗರು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀನ್ ಸರಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಾನು. These are the fatalistic people. So you should develop, number one, the action-oriented attitude. What is that I can do to improve things? Number two, positive attitude. If action-oriented is not possible, at least feel happy with what you have. But never be a negative attitude, and worst is the fatalistic attitude. So employ between that is what they are going to check. Are you an action-oriented person? What is that? Will you put the first step to improve things? Suppose you say, sir, I am very happy with what is there. They will not be convinced. They say you are not action-oriented person. You are happy with what you are. Yes, antivi. Self-satisfied souls. They will never improve. Please remember, dissatisfaction is the stepstone of progress. But frustration is the genesis of destruction. You should always be dissatisfied, but never frustrated. Dissatisfaction or frustration difference. Dissatisfaction is you are unhappy with what is happening and you want to do something to improve. Frustration is you are unhappy with what you are doing, but you have no hopes that things will improve. You only worry. People who worry never act. People who act never worry. So they will check you in the corporate. Are you a worrier? Are you a passive fellow? Or you are a person who wants to initiate some action? Nematra, a Josh idea, for example. That's why you know what corporate checks up. It checks up that you should be a mountain of strength, a fountain of energy, and a volcano of enthusiasm. See? That's what corporate wants. So you should develop this positive attitude and self-motivation. ನೀವು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ 2 minutes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Suppose you go and say, good morning, sir. We will tell, this is a wrong case. On the other hand, say, good morning, sir. Thanks for calling me for the interview. These are my credentials. Oh, this man should be taken care. So you have to consider this. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮುಖದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ನಗು ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸ್ಮೈಲ್, ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫೇಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. Your dress is never complete unless you wear a smile on your face. Instead of worrying and having a wrinkle on your face, why don't you smile and have a dimple on your face? ನಮಗೆ ರಿಂಕಲ್ ಬೇಕಾ, ಡಿಂಪಲ್ ಬೇಕಾ? ಸೊ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಟು ಸ್ಮೈಲ್. ಕೆಲವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್, ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆಗ ನಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಬರೋ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ನಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಂತೆಯೊಳಗೆ ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂಜಿದಡೆ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸಿಟಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವನೋ ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನಂತೆ, ಸಿಟಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಶಬ್ದ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಫುಲ್ಲು ನಿಶಬ್ದವಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ನಾನು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಸಿಟಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಿಶಬ್ದ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಆಲ್ 24 hours ದೇರ್ ಬಿ ನಾಯ್ಸ್. ಇವನ್ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕೂಡ ವೆಜಿಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಲೋಡ್ ಅನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ತರ ನಾವು ಬಂದಿರೋ ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚನೇ ಒಂದು ಸಂತೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಾವು ಶಾಂತಿ ಸಂತೋಷವನ್ನ ಕಾಣ್ಬೇಕೆ ಹೊರತು ಒಂದು ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಶಾಂತಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸಿಕ್ಕೋತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್. ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಈ ಒಂದು ಈಗ ಪ್ಯಾಂಡಮಿಕ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಕರೋನಾ, ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ವರಿಡ್, ಆಂಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಬಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು, ಟೈಮ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಳಿಬೇಕು, ಮನೆ ಜೊತೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನೌ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಟಾಕ್. ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪರ್ಸನಾಲಿಟಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ವಿ ವರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಲಿಸನ್, read, but now I got time to read. I was just spending time roaming with people, with my friends, partying and all. Today I can see and look into myself, where I have come in my life, how much more I have to travel. So there are some people who are thinking that even this could be a blessing in disguise and we can start a new chapter of our life. That is what is known as positive attitude. The next thing they think is the, as I told you, self-confidence. How much confident you are? Do you walk straight? Do you confidently talk? Is your voice audible? For example, do you have knowledge? Even if you don't know, will you say, yes sir, I will learn? Corporate wants people who are confident. Then they check up how good you are in managing your time. Very important. Andre, do you plan your activities? Do you know how to prioritize? Do you waste time in non-value adding activities? Like excessive mobile phones. Mobile phone, nothing wrong. Excessive is wrong. ನೋಡಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಸಲ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್, ಮಸಲ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ದೇ ಚೆಕ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ಲಿ. Do you plan? Do you prioritize? Do you have some good hobbies? Do you read books? Do you go to seminars? Do you go to conferences? Are you updated on the technical skills? Do you read the latest technical journals? Time is the most important thing in your life, and unfortunately people waste time. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೂ ಹಾಡುಗಳು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ವು, ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲ ಸಮಯ, ಅದ ವ್ಯರ್ಥ ಮಾಡದಿರಿ ದಮ್ಮಯ್ಯ, ಸಮಯವೇ ನಿನ್ನ ಆಸ್ತಿ ನೋಡಯ್ಯ ಎಂದೆನ್ನುವ ಅಶ್ವತ್ಥ ರಾಮಯ್ಯ. ದ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ 4 ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕಳೆದುಕೊಂಡ ಅವಕಾಶ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೋದ ಜೀವ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಬಾಣ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಟೈಮ್ ವಾಪಸ್. ಸಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನೋ 70 years old. ಈಗ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬಂದದಿಂದ ಕಳೆದ 60 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು 10 ವರ್ಷ ಹುಡುಗ ಆದಾಗಿಂದ ಈವನ್ ಟುಡೇ ಐ ಗೆಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಅಟ್ 3:45 in the morning every day from last 60 years. I work for approximately 12 hours per day, including Sundays. I conduct training programs like this for minimum 29 days a month in 5 languages: Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, English, Hindi, in 400 companies. How? Because I am very conscious that I should not waste even 1 minute of my life. ನೋಡಿ, ಕಾಲ ವ್ಯರ್ಥ ಮಾಡುವುದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ, ಮಿಂಚು ಹೋದ ಕಾಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ, ನಂತರ ಚಿಂತಿಸಿ ಫಲವಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಲ ವ್ಯರ್ಥ ಮಾಡುವವಗೆ ಭವಿಷ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ. You look at the way people waste time, chit-chatting there, sitting there, talking. Will any of these things come to our rescue? Will an interviewer ask you, for example, how did you spend your time in front of a mall? He will tell you, have you read the book written recently by Bill Gates? That is what he is going to ask you. So never waste time, and therefore corporate will check how do you spend your time. Planning ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, prioritize ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Can you differentiate between urgent and important work? Do you know how to structure your activities? Vital few, trivial many. Do you know what to do first, what not to do? This is what the organization is going to check. The next very important is recent ಬಂದಿರೋದು. ನೋಡಿ ಇದೇನಿದೆ, how can you manage failures? You know, recently I don't want to tell the name of the person. He is one of the highest CEO of the biggest organization in the world. So he went for an interview, and people thought that the interviewers will ask that what are your achievements, what have you achieved, what improvements you have done in previous company. Please tell us the instances in which you failed in life and how did you overcome that. Failure na yaar handle ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ, he will be the most successful person. So that is what they are going to check. Whether you are having that resilience, whether you have that endurance, whether every time you drop, you spring up. All great people have failed. Nodi, Amitabh Bachchan, do you think the first film of his was a big hit? 7 films were flop one after the other. But you see what he is today. Suppose after 6th film he had given up, what would have happened? Thomas Alva Edison, before inventing electric bulb, what did he do? Thousands of times he failed. So people asked Mr. Edison, why don't you give up now? Anyway, you are unable to invent. You know what did he tell? My dear friend, I've invented some 10,000 times how not to make a bulb. Now I know how to make a bulb, I'll continue with it. Richard Bash, when he wrote that law, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, he went to 18 publishers. They told your story is useless. 19th fellow he got it. You see what a phenomenal writer he became. Now Mary Packer, how many times she failed Rowling before she became a phenomenal icon. So, for example, KFC, that person went to 1,000 people to sell his food dish, who rejected. One person got, and you see what it has become today. So the organizations will check what is your withstanding capacity, what is your threshold level, can you manage failures, do you give in easily? That's what they are going to check. And lastly, they will check what is your creativity, thinking differently, out of the box. This is what the 7 important qualities which any organization will check when you go for a job. Employability skills, communication skills, learnability, interpersonal relations and teamwork, positive attitude, self-confidence and self-motivation, managing your time, perseverance, endurance and failure management, and your ability to create and think new. So if you can develop this type of skills right now, you cannot develop with the interviews 1 week away. You have to develop right now. For each of these, you should have a timetable. Then you can be good. That's why I always say for students, you should distribute your time for 3 things. Tighter side, brighter side, lighter side. Tighter side means discipline. Getting up in time, working in time, taking food in time, completing jobs in time, punctuality, regularity. Tight. That's why it's called tighter. There is no compromise. Second is brighter, where you learn a lot of things by books, by interactions, and your brain becomes brighter with knowledge, with wisdom. But if you are always disciplined and if you are always studying, life becomes boring. You become suffocated. Therefore, you should have fun. You should play out. You should act crazy. You should become cranky. You should become careless. Talk nonsense sometimes. How? 10%, 15% as a break. So suppose you are very disciplined and you are very knowledgeable, but you are not having that lighter side, then you become very suffocated. It becomes almost like a tight, watertight compartment in your life. Suppose on the other hand, you don't have discipline also, You don't want to learn also, but always you want to enjoy, talk, chit chat, run around, selfies and all. Then we become chokers. Others will use you. So that is what is very important. Next point, they will check up what type of friendship you have. There is a very good statement which says, tell me who are your friends, I will tell you who you are. They will ask you, tell me who are your friends. Suppose you say, I got a friend who has failed in 3 times, another friend who has run away. They will tell, I think you are not the best. That's why be very careful in choosing your friends. Your friends should be guide for you, solace for you, share your difficulties. They should not be opportunists who come to you to get the best and then throw you away, dump you away. So select only good friends. Come out of the bad friends and even bad habits. And above all, they also check up what is your lifestyle. So what is lifestyle? Whether you do some physical exercise. There's a good statement which says, so long as you exist, you should, so long as you have physical existence, you should do physical exercise. Either you use your body or you lose your body. Whether you do prayers, whether you do some social activities, for example, like what our youth Versaiva people are doing. See, what a great job they are doing. Spreading good values everywhere to students, to people, to underprivileged people. Or whether you go for a walk, whether you look at nature. So these lifestyles will have a serious impact on your attitude. So you need to understand that they don't check up. Your employability does not mean only technical skills or these other skills. They also check up what type of personality you are. What is your character? How do you spend your time? So based on all these things, they decide to or not to give employment for people. This in a nutshell is what employability skills are. It all boils down to 2 things. Clarity in mind and purity in heart is the surety for success. ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟತೆ, ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಶುದ್ಧತೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಯಶಸ್ಸು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. If you have only clarity in mind but purity in heart, you will not be successful. Even a criminal has got clarity in the mind, whom he should kill, but no purity in the heart. If you have only purity in the heart, you are a very good person, but no clarity in the mind. You will remain as a very good person, but not a great person. You cannot make money, you will not become wealthy. You cannot wield your influence. You cannot run around places. So both are required. Clarity in mind and purity in heart. So whatever you looked at me is called patana through your eyes. Whatever you listen to my words is called shravana, which went into your brain through your ears. This visual patana and auditory shravana will get into your mind. There you think over what all I told you. Manana, think. That manana points, you send it to your intellect, which is called buddhi. There a chintana takes place. Oh, what I should implement, where I am right, where I am wrong. That chintana you put into practice, which is called chetana, till it becomes your life, which is called jivana. So kanyana patana, kiviya shravana, manassina manana, buddhiya chintana, ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇತನ, ಅದು ಸರ್ವವ್ಯಾಪಿಯಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ಆದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಬಹುದು, ಮಾನವ ಉಜ್ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಮಾನವ ಊರ್ಧ್ವಮುಖಿ. All of it will become great personalities, making lot of money in good ways. See? Spending money for good ways and becoming very popular, knowledgeable, wiser. Don't have an extinction in this world without leaving a distinction in this world. It is Swami Vivekananda, for example. Extinct from the world. But I don't think he'll ever be forgotten. So long as human beings are there, his memory will be there. Same thing with Mahatma Gandhi. So these are the skills which you need to develop. And don't bother about this pandemic corona. These are passing problem. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಮೋಡಗಳು ಬಂದು ಹೋದಾಗ, ಮೋಡಗಳು ಬಂದು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಆಕಾಶ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವ. It's very severe, I agree. Unemployment is very high. People are very much worked up. They're worried what will happen. They're very anxious. But if you have the positive attitude, if you work hard, these too shall pass. ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಳೆ ಕಾಲ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿಸಿಲು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಸಿಲು ಕಾಲ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So these are all temporary things. If you are value oriented, you stick on to your values, success will be sure shot for you. So with these things, I would like to, for the time being, close unless you have any questions. Or how did you find the program? Madhu Keli,
Yes, sir. The students now, I think it's a great opportunity for you to ask any question to sir. It is not just even employability skills, it's related to your life. Yes, ma'am. Pratibha, ma'am.
Was the program useful to you? ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು, ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಔಟ್. Whatever you have in your mind, you should come out.
Yeah, students and faculty, if you have any kind of questions or queries, you can ask, and even you can drop your questions in the chat box.
Yeah.
You can unmute yourself and you can ask questions.
Yeah, if you raise your hand, we will unmute yourself.
Yeah. Even faculty can also ask question. Sir, I have a question, sir. Yeah, usually, sometimes it happens, what are the good value-based practice will be there. For 15 days, 20 days, we'll do properly. After that, it's like we are unable to cope up with that. How to overcome from that?
See, there is a good statement in Japanese which says, anything which cannot be documented cannot be improved on. This world has lost a lot of good points for want of a pencil and a paper at an appropriate time. Good intentions will not help us, only activities will help us. So what is that? Now, you heard from me for about 40 minutes, let us say. You may be a little motivated inside. How long will it sustain? The moment you get into your day-to-day job, within about 2-3 days, this will be forgotten. So what is to be done? Just write down an Excel sheet. Put the activities which you need to do. Say walking, prayer, reading good books, etc. etc. On the x-axis, you write the date. Suppose you want to start from tomorrow. Suppose you did prayer, tick prayer column in tomorrow's prayer row in tomorrow's column. Suppose you go for walking, tick. You read a very good technical book, tick. Something you did not do, cross. Sir, great sir, okay, agreed. What impact it has? So any of you are interested to really implement what I have told, please send an email to Mr. Madhu sir. He is having a timetable for all the activities which I told. He will send by soft to you. You start writing. In fact, the question today, what was your attitude on a 0 to 10 scale? Suppose that day you're really sad, you're very bad, you should give only 2 marks. Suppose that day you are happy, you are very excited, etc. Give 8 marks. So once you start recording, you will find you need not do all that 15-20 activity, just do 3. Then 4th case, you feel like doing one more addition. This is how you need to create a record and a document where you fill up your day-to-day activities, which will alert you. Suppose you did not do physical exercise from last 3 days, or you did not read a good book, or you use too much of mobile. Now when you fill it up, it creates a positive guilt in you. And that is what is needed. Ee tara chart nanu haakondu for 48 years in my life I filled up every day, ticku into. That is one way by which whatever these good things what you learn will not become a fad or a euphoric or temporary. Adu yaar maadtaro, they will continue. You know, after doing for about 1 year or so, you don't feel like filling it up because that would have become your nature. That would have become your nature. So like that, you should establish the things by a document for recording these things. That will force you to cultivate this habit on a long-term basis. Madam, am I clear, madam?
Yeah, it's clear, sir. You're clear.
Yes.
It's audible. Yeah.
Yes, and therefore you get that format, start filling it up. ನಾನು 48 ವರ್ಷ fill up ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So ಮಾತಾಡೋದು easy, ಕೇಳೋದು easy. But when you start putting into practice, that is what is required. Ultimately, ಜನ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಏನು ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಡೋದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಮೇಡಮ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಹಳೆ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಅದು ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಅಚೀವ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸಸ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಎ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್, ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. Otherwise, all your intentions will remain as daydreams. ಯೋಗಾನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಯಾವಾಗ ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ. See, one good thing is, one thing is, good practices, good habits are difficult to practice, very easy to leave. Bad habits are very easy to practice, but very difficult to leave. ನೋಡಿ, ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ 5 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಎದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯೋಗ ಮಾಡೋದು ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 10 ದಿನ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು, ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅದೇ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು, ಈ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಈಸಿ, ಬಟ್ ಜೀವನ ಪರ್ಯಂತ ಬಿಡಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ. ಸೊ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಗುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಅದರ್ ವೇ. Unfortunately, God has made this world in which good things are difficult, bad things are easy. Like our food, any food which is delicious to eat is not good for health, and anything which is good for health is not tasty to eat. So ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಗುಡ್ ಫುಡ್ ನ ಲೈಕಿಂಗ್ ನಾವು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ದಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೆಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್. ಯಾವ ತರ ಕಾಲು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ದಿದ್ರೆ, ನಡೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನ ಇದು ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ವಾಕರ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಥ ಫಾರ್ಮೆಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕು. ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಸಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲೀಡ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ self-reliant life. That is the way we need to work. Very good question. Very relevant question. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ they get inspired. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಇದು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾವುದೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ನೋಡಿ, ಓ they will be at the top of the world. After 3 days, back to square one. Very relevant question. ಏನಾದರೂ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yeah, I think
Thank
the students
you, sir.
have few
One
questions.
student by name Sona, she has left a message. Sir, how to overcome from stage fear?
Yeah. One is, as I told you, stand in front of a mirror and talk. Take the format from Madhu. Get yourself rated by others. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಂಗಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Ask her to rate you. You will know where you are good and where you are wrong. Look at the people who talk very nicely in front of stage and how they do that. What in them is making them to be so confident, maybe very knowledgeable. See, if you are having a lot of knowledge on a subject, you will be confident to talk first. Number 2, don't think that the people who are sitting in front of you are extraordinarily intelligent people waiting to jump at you to catch. No. They are all good people come to listen to you. So change your way of looking at the audience. They are not coming here to catch you. They just want to listen to you. And third point, don't try to impress people, but express yourself. Third point, be natural. Don't try to put stylish things and all. No. There should be intrinsic beauty in your talk, not only in the accents. Number 5, any talk you want to give in front of face, have a small chit where you have written the points. See, ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನೊಂದು 40 minutes ಮಾತಾಡೋಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು chit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what happens? Sometimes if I get 4th point, suppose this was not there, what would happen? After learnability, I'll get a doubt. Next point, next point. That guilt feeling will make me not to tell the further points because I'm making a fool of myself. But learnability, I'm clear on the interpersonal relations, teamwork. So write in a small script and keep it with you. And it is so easy. So, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊದಲು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿ. Because the moment stage fear comes, you get dehydrated. And stage ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊದಲು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಉಸಿರಾಡಿ. Make your exhalation longer than inhalation. The moment you breathe slow, your mind becomes calm. Yavattu ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Your breathing rate per minute and your mind state are very intimately connected. When you are anxious, when you are scared, your breathing will be faster. 30 times per minute. Bring it down to 7 or 8 times. You will become more peaceful. So, Madhun ಕೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು how to avoid stage fear ಅಂತ ನಂದು ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ರೈಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ತಗೊಂಡು ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. But please remember, if you do not learn to talk in front of a group, you will not be able to come up in life afterwards. First 2-3 years company will ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. But after they will ask you to talk to a group of workmen ಇರ್ಬೋದು, meeting ಅಲ್ಲಿ presentation ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. Suppose you may go to America for a delegation, and once they come, they will tell you, please make a presentation on what went on in the deliberation ಅಂತಾರೆ. So you need to learn, and for that, these are some of the things which you will do.
Thank you, sir.
Standing in front of a mirror, writing notes, mind mapping ಅಂತಾರೆ, idea structuring ಅಂತಾರೆ. That one, watching good speakers on the stage, getting yourself rated, slow breathing, drinking water, making very good preparations, being knowledgeable on the topic, your articulation. With these things, your stage fear will go. Slowly. Starting ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Starting ಅಲ್ಲಿ when I went to talk, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ, I went to talk, about not many people were there. Only 13-14 people were there. Then I came out and told, sir, ಇಲ್ಲ sir, ಇವತ್ತು ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Because, stomach is aching, ಭಯ. Then slowly. But today, do I talk nicely now or no? And Pratibha,
Sir?
am I talking confidently or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So from there to here, it is easy to come, provided you practice. So stage fear, we should come out of it. Good. Very nice, very good question, very relevant. ತುಂಬಾ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಭಯ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಮೇಘನಾ ಅನುಮೇಶ್ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. 23 years. She came to me to learn. Sir, I want to learn this, that. And she started looking at my programs and helping me and all. Today, she will, Madhu ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ?
Huh, sir.
Meghana ma'am is also in the call, sir. She's also in the...
She is conducting training program for 1,000 students, engineering students here, 24 years old. How is it possible? Hard work, commitment, possible. Now, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಪದ್ಮಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. She conducts program all across. On some 40 topics she will conduct. No stage fear. You give her the what is most mischievous audience, she will talk. So it is possible to do that. ಅದಕ್ಕೇನೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮೆಂಟರಿಂಗ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಬ್ಯೂತ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸೇವಾ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಮೆಂಟರ್ ಯು. ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಫೇರ್ ಇರೋರು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಮದುವೆಗೆ ಸರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಫಿಯರ್. CV ಬರೆಯೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿ. They are there to help you. Or you ask Meghana, she will help you out. She will counsel people. She counsels a lot of people. Good question. Yeah. Any other? Is rightful
Sir,
to
is
say
it rightful to say to elders if they are wrong about something?
Okay. Time idiyama answer ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ?
Otherwise, we'll drop this question to Madhu. So Madhu will interact with that girl. Okay. And we'll share at the end Madhu's number you can interact with.
Sure.
Is that fine, Madhu, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. I'll go ahead. It was
Yes.
today, that was really a wonderful explanation from our invited guest speaker. Really, your explanation, all the questions were answered by you clearly, and you have justified very well, sir. Thank you for that. Thank you, sir. For this session was really wonderful, and it's very it was very informative. I hope students and faculty will implement in their day-to-day life all the technical skills to empower themselves. Many more questions are coming through chat box, but as we are running short of time, we can connect with our Madhu. He'll be able to reach to you very shortly. Okay. I express my sincere thanks and gratitude to you, sir, on behalf of KLE management and also on my personal behalf for accepting our invitation and also for gracing this moment during partial lockdown pandemic situation. Thank you for joining us, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
A big thanks to you, sir.
Oh, yes.
Now
Yes.
we'll move on to the next session. I would like to request Mr. Madhusudan G, Project Coordinator, YFS from Hubballi, to share his views on facility of employability skills at YFS Youth for Seva, and it is an added opportunity to the entire student fraternity to know. So be with us and let us go through our Madhu sir interaction. Over to Madhu.
So, namaste. My sincere pranams to the Guru Ashwatramaya sir. And the whatever topic which he has covered, we have literally seen that whatever sir speaks, he actually walks the talk. And regarding the physical exercise which sir mentioned, and he himself has been practicing from past 55 years regularly, even without missing for a single day. So I would like to give him that position as Guru, and like to thank Ashwatramaya sir and his team who has come today even this session once again. And my sincere and humble pranams to all the teaching staff and non-teaching staff of KLE College, and my namaskaram to the young and energetic students of KLE College. Firstly, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you because you have already taken the path to success. The reason is very simple. When there are thousands of students in your institution, and when there are few students like who want to take up this course and listen to this talk, so the positive attitude which you are having to learn, that is the hunger for knowledge. I think the first quality, as sir mentioned, this one quality, I would like to say you are in the path of success. So what the next step? So from now, to guide you in that journey, to take you in the journey from Youth for Seva, we have one more opportunity for you. And for that, complete back-end support with knowledge and everything. Of course, we have Ashwatramaya sir and his whole team of unique consultants. See students, there is a beautiful quote by Swami Vivekananda which says, for any person to become successful, he needs to have two things in life. The one is a strong goal in front of him, and you all have come with that noble thought. So what can we do further? And the next thing which matters the most is the Guru behind us to take us in the journey, to guide us. Because without Guru, even Ekalavya needed a Guru, at least in the form of a mud. So that is very much important. So this next journey is this mentorship process. And guess what? Even the ma'am said, when ma'am mentioned earlier regarding Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, remember, even he needed Samartha Ramadasa as his Guru. Even when we take Narendranatha to become Vivekananda, he needed a Guru. You take any great personalities, it may be Mahatma Gandhi ji, he needed Gopala Krishna Gokule as his political leader. You take any personalities, without the Guru, it is difficult to progress. And you have taken the first step. And even this session, I would like to say this was just a trial, because Ashwatramaya sir is an ocean of knowledge. Because whenever he talks, there is something unique and there is something new always in his talk, with beautiful examples and with quotes, stories, everything he connects very well. I think this was just a trial for you. And to take us to the ocean of knowledge, we have an opportunity where you will have 6-day session from Youth for Seva. That will be the phase 1 of this mentorship program. This mentorship program is almost around 45 days program, wherein the first journey would be taken as by Ashwatramaya sir, where each day specifically focus on single topic. If you take CV writing, it would be completely a powerful session with powerful points. For 1.5 hours, it would be completely on CV writing, and you would answer. It would be an interactive way. You would answer all our questions. So the next step, if you take it as interview facing, that would be 1 more day, and each group discussion, that would be 1 more day, and the topics which he covered, that sir would go in details specifically. So the impact of that program would be such a way that, and this I'm speaking, which we did just a few months back, just 1.5 months, we had this session, this mentorship for the first batch, where students from across Karnataka participated in this session, and few students, just by attending this 6 day, their feedback was such that like they had lot many doubts in preparing their CV, facing the interview, and they said like, this is one of the best sessions which I attended in my life. This transformed my life. This gave a new perspective in my life. So all the examples with and even the content with Ashwath Ramaiah sir shared and his team shared with everybody helped so many students to for their next step to get into their job. And not just that, after that, to guide you in the journey. Like if few needs like extra support, we would connect you to a mentor. And guess what? The mentor would be from the corporate itself. So they have seen the corporate part, and also they have seen the college student part. So they will get connected to you in a friendly manner. And even the mentors would be trained by Ashwath Ramaiah sir once again. So they would be like trained mentors. And also they're working in corporates as HRs. Like they see thousands of students like you, they correct thousands of CVs. So literally you are getting an opportunity. I think this is the best opportunity for you, where you will be connected to them and they will guide you. Maybe 2 days once over the call, through video call, you will send your CV. They will literally correct the CV based on the inputs given by sir and their experience. And they will tell you the mistakes, how you can correct it. They will enable you. They will literally do an interview for you. And even if there is a group discussion, we will call 10 students in a batch. Like all of them will have a mock interview, mock group discussion. See, we are all the skills which is needed for you to enable yourself. And as the ma'am said, we listen to the talk, sir, but it will be difficult to adopt in our life. And sir said beautifully, it should become your habit. And to make that a habit, to make that a part of your life, to remind you, just like we set an alarm that to wake up at 5 o'clock, and when the alarm rings, we snooze it and we go back to sleep. These mentors would become an alarm which you can't snooze at all. These mentors are coming with their passion, so that they can enable you, so that you can get your dream job. And not just that, to enable you, to give you all the skills and to make you a better citizens of this country, to give you the confidence. And the first batch is almost getting here. And you can see students like, we literally had maximum students from villages, and they were unable to speak in English during their first calls. They were hesitating to speak in English. But now we are doing a mock GD. Even though they are making mistakes in speaking the language, even though there is light grammar mistakes too, but they don't have any fear in speaking in English. Confidently, they are able to express their point of view. And this was possible by this power called as power of mentoring. So this mentoring has such power. Just like sir said, Meghana ma'am, just like even me sitting here and talking to you, even we have so much of mentors. Just surrender yourself to the mentor. Just give your time. So you might ask, so much of facility you are giving, sir, is there any fee? And for that reason, had you organized this workshop? No, it is completely free. But what we expect from you is time. Your time, not for ourselves, your time, so that you can improve yourself. Point number one. And the second thing is your determination and dedication to learn. So if these two are there, I think this is the fees which we are expecting for your benefit. So if these two are there, you have an opportunity waiting for you 45 days to see the transformation in yourself. And not just that, few students came in the beginning saying that I am worried I might get a job or not. So I've come to this workshop so that I can get a job. But the same students are telling now I have confidence in such a way that now I think this pandemic situation, I'm not at all worried in getting a job, because the positive attitude which they have developed is that they're telling, I think the youths have got an opportunity to change the face of this country. Now, when the country has fallen down, I think the youths have we have to take the responsibility on our shoulders. We got an opportunity to change the face of the country and make our country become stand number one in front of other nations. See the confidence. And this was only possible by mentors, where they keep on putting that positive thoughts and values inside them. That seed is growing, and of course, all the credit, the first priority goes to the unicorns, Ashwath Ramaiah sir, Padma ma'am, and Meghana ma'am, who are in this call, who poured all the water and put all the facility which was needed the seed to grow. So even we want you to become a beautiful tree, and your fruits, others can enjoy your fruits. So for you to become the tree, from the seed. We have this workshop from the process called as from the bud to blossom. We want you to blossom, and we have people to guide you. See, earlier days, the student used to go to Guru, asking permission, guide me, take me to enlightenment. Now the Gurus are coming in front of you. I am there to help you. But are there students? If you are one among them, if you want to take that opportunity, we will send you the link through ma'am. We will send you the link and all the registration link and numbers. It would be starting very soon. And don't worry about exams. Exams is coming near. Will we get this time? You will also enable you to balance your exam, balance your time. It will be like boosting you to study more and achieve in your exam too. So this mentoring will help you both for your career as well as for your personality development. So I wish you all take this opportunity and utilize this opportunity. Once again, I would like to thank Pratibha ma'am for organizing this because she has that care for you all, that our students should be benefited. So which we can see in ma'am, and also Ashwath Ramaiah sir wholeheartedly. Thank you ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Madhusudan. That was really a wonderful information. So many more students will join you. And at the end, please share your contact number and email ID and YFS email ID too. Now I request Miss Lakshmi Tejaswini, College Coordinator YFS from Bangalore, to share her experience at Youth for Seva.
Good afternoon, everyone. I know it's already a lot of time, but Pratibha ma'am always insisted me to share my experience with you all. So I won't take much time. I'll keep it as short as possible. My name is Lakshmi Tejaswini, and I'm presently working as College Relations Coordinator in YFS Bangalore. And by this time, towards the end of the session or before joining the session, I think all of you would have a fair idea how much employability skills is very essential and important, especially in this present competitive generation. And where do you always make use of this employability skills, and in which sectors will you all use it is the question. And most of you might be thinking that it may be applicable for the corporate sectors or largely applicable for the IT sectors and all. Meanwhile, in this time, it's very important for us to think and look towards another emerging sector across the globe, and it is the social impact sector or the development sector. A lot of young people today are actually opting for such sectors and working for that sectors. When I talk about social sector or development sector, usually from the long notions, we have a stereotyped notion about how social workers will be there. Like in how olden days, we all have stereotyped image of social workers in our mind, right? Like maybe they'll be wearing a particular type of dress, wearing a sober colors, kurti, pajama, and something like that, wearing a big glasses with a thread, and keeping a jolly like bag and going across the country, or just being there. So no more such stereotypes, or no more prevalent, I would like to say. And social sector is getting as varied as possible, and there are been experiments going on it, and it's being as equipped as a corporate sector, I would like to say. Even its functioning, it might be, or its working style, everything has actually changed now. Like we can see how the terminologies or the ideas of social entrepreneurship is being emerging nowadays. And it need not be non-profit types or in non-government. If it's a non-government organization, it might work as a zero model, where there is a certain amount of profit, both for a win-win situation, both for the employees and towards the society. So this is about roughly I've briefed about what the social sector is and what kind of skills are social sectors looking for nowadays. Like if you said, why am I speaking about social sector after Ashwath Ramaiah sir spoke about all those skills which is most used in the corporate sector. But I would like to say in nearly 1 year of experience of me officially being in this whole entire social impact space, what I have observed is the social sector is now equipping as much skills, as much talents as the other corporate sectors are including. You, while getting to know what kind of people or what kind of skill sets that they are recruiting, you will really be shocked. Like right from the marketeers, fundraisers, advocacies, a lot of other expertise is being recruited, especially, you know, even also in technical field or web development. There are digital marketeers and lawyers and advocates, and you might be shocked. You guys might be from biotechnology department, and lot of organizations that are working towards environment, they majorly need these biotechnicians, biologists, and environmentalists. They are also taking them as an advisors and professionals in their organization. One example that I would like to give is, I would not like to mention the name of an organization. It's in Bangalore. It's present across India, and what they do is they work towards environment. And in Bangalore, they wanted to apply for they wanted to go into apply for PIL, that is applying for public interest litigation, for saving some lake in Bangalore. So what they were looking for at that time is lawyers were there, but for them to draft all those things, they needed few experts, and they were looking for taxonomists, and apparently there were no taxonomists in whole of India. The whole field of taxonomy is like no one is selecting such a field. So they had to, you know, outsource from another country a few taxonomists from other countries. Why I said this example is maybe a lot of people will be thinking social sector means only speaking to someone else or project coordinating. I just wanted to broaden your scenario, broaden your view, broaden your horizons on how the social impact space is working now. After all that, coming to another thing, we all learned about what skill sets is important for anyone to be employable. The soft skills, the communication skills, the interpersonal skills, and what all the right attitudes that Ashwath Ramaiah sir told us. Where do we get all that from, and how do we practice it? It might be a self practice, but in my opinion, what I have observed is years of volunteering. Volunteering is one such practice where we can indulge all this, we can inculcate all the skills in us. Because when you see, don't you think in volunteering or any kind of community engagement, we all have that communication skills, we all have that interpersonal skill, and most importantly, we all have that sense of responsibility and sense of belonging, and the right attitude and the right mindset. And another very important thing is, it's not force fitted to us. Like they say Swayam Seva, it's coming from us within, out of passion. It is coming out. So I think all of you might have observed here that even in your colleges, people who are all of you who might have enrolled in NSS or NCC or any other social clubs, they might have a knowledge. Whenever you're in a group, or whenever there is a competition going on, or whenever there is a group discussion going on, we always notice that such students who are involved in community engagement or social works or any kind of club, always they have a greater edge over all other students. It might be expressing themselves proactively or going ahead, taking up responsibilities confidently. What I'm trying to say is to inculcate all the skills, and this is the right time for incubation. Volunteering at a student life is the right time of incubation to inculcate all the skills. And there are many organizations who's offering such opportunities for everyone. It might be in your own colleges or apart or even outside the colleges. And Youth for Seva is also one such organization. We work, our focus areas are multidimensional. We work in the sector of education, health, physical disability, and also physical and also environment. So there are diverse fields that we work with, and also our stakeholders are different. Our approaches towards different people are different. For elderly volunteers, we have a particular curated different design or different models of programs designed for them. And especially for students, we have a set of people working for them for designing programs towards them. Or it might be a volunteering program, it might be internship or fellowship program. So one very popular program of what we as a college relations at Youth for Seva organizes, Seva internships. So from past many years, we have engaged about 10,000 plus volunteers and 10,000 plus students in all our Seva activities. So if you would like to explore more, and if you would like to engage, keep yourself connected with the social space, you can always get in touch with Youth for Seva or me, as ma'am will be having my contacts, and I hope she'll be sharing all her contacts and all the details that we have sent to her in to your groups. So we currently have Seva internship going on. So if you guys are having some certain amount of free time, maybe at least 4 to 5 hours per day, if you're able to dedicate sitting from a home, we have also planned some virtual volunteering models in the social Seva internship. So for Seva internship, if you will, we will be circulating the more information to it with Pratibha ma'am. So if you are interested, do let us know. Do get in touch with us, and I wish you all the best for all of your future endeavors. And I especially thank Ashwath Ramaiah sir for his dedication, and Pratibha ma'am especially for her energetic and proactive, taking up all the responsibilities and taking up the leads. She's been a supporter of YFS from many years, and her engagement is really valuable for our organization. So I thank Pratibha ma'am wholeheartedly, and also all the professors who are present here. And to sum it up, the whole KLE management institutions for giving us this opportunity and collaborating with us. Thank you once again. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you, Lakshmi Tejaswini. That was really a wonderful sharing of your experience. Hope students will get back to me. S. Nijingappa College. I thank Mr. Ashwath Ramaiah sir for accepting our invitation, who shared his valuable technical insights on employability skills. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much.
I extend my thanks to Mr. Madhusudan from Hubballi YFS, and Ms. Lakshmi Tejaswini for joining us, and also who coordinated about today's webinar. Thank you, Mr. Madhusudan and Lakshmi Tejaswini.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Finally, I extend my sincere thanks and gratitude to all the participants on behalf of KLE management, principal, heads of various department, and on behalf of myself, and also on behalf of my faculty. Thank you everyone for joining us. Stay safe, stay blessed, and keep social distancing. Thank you everyone. Thank you.